Well, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. It has been a few weeks since I did a video, and there's been a lot of changes. And I thought I owed it to you guys to kind of catch you up on what's going on and what's happened and where we go from here. It's been a crazy couple weeks. Heck, it's been a crazy decade. So let's back up. In a nutshell, over the last 8, 9 years, I have basically just followed my gut and chased this dream, which was to work by myself, to encourage other people, to build cool stuff, to learn how to fabricate, to learn how to weld, to use these hands. And over the last 8 years, I've had some success. I have a line of products for the square bodies that I sell. I've got a decent sized YouTube channel with tons of people who are really cool and helpful. I've met a lot of really great people and close friends. And I've managed to make this my livelihood, which in Santa Barbara, for a family of five, is no small feat. There are some changes coming up. I can't get into all the details right now, but I will be leaving the space that I'm in. This space has been a tremendous blessing. The full story on how this came to pass will be coming up shortly. In the meantime, just trust me that it's a story worth listening to. But with that comes some big changes. I'm trying to figure out what my next steps are. Short story, the building is sold, and the new owner is not interested in having an automotive hobby shop / YouTube channel here. That puts me in a bind because Santa Barbara does not have a lot of options for my kind. Most places, when I tell them that it's automotive based, they just immediately shut it down. To those of you who are asking why I don't move, I love this town. It was, I've been here for 30 years. I wanted to raise my kids in a small, safe beach community with clean air and beautiful mountains and wilderness all around us. And yes, this city town has changed a lot since I moved here in the 90s, but I'm still happy to call it home. My kids have grown up here with an amazing support structure behind them, and the adage of "it takes a village" really plays out in Santa Barbara. You see, I have always followed my heart and my gut when it comes to my channel. I read what you guys write, I put myself in your shoes, and I fall back on what I wanted when I was starting out and when I didn't have the confidence to know if I was doing something properly. My objective with the channel was to show myself as an example of failure, with failure not being the end, meaning, like, I don't know how to weld when I started, and that's fairly obvious. I didn't know how to do a lot of things that I've done, but I tried them and I documented my failures, and I feel like I showed that failure is not necessarily the end. Failure is just a redirection. But here's the big dilemma. I keep dancing around it, but the big dilemma is what I do has changed. It has morphed, it has shifted, it is constantly evolving. And in the beginning, that was purely building my K30 Blazer, my 4-linked K5 Blazer that I've had since high school. That's what started the channel. That's what carried the channel for years. I owe thanks to a lot of sponsors who came on board because of that build, and that is still a big part of the Merricks Garage brand. But if you've watched for any time, you've seen that I've moved in many different directions. Some of those directions were of my choosing, meaning that I saw that direction and I thought, let's move in that direction. Let's expand. Let's build a square body with a diesel instead of a rock crawler. Let's take a risk and start manufacturing seat brackets that people can purchase. Let's take on other people's builds. That was the most recent big development, and we knocked it out of the park. I hired John, who you guys unfortunately have not got to meet enough yet due to my lack of videos, and we're kicking ass over here. Quite honestly, we're kicking ass. Unfortunately, we have a deadline of about a month from now. I have to be out of here, and unfortunately, there is no place for me to go at this moment. There is no available shop space that will work in our price range that allows automotive. That is a problem to be solved. It's not a problem to run away from. It's a problem to embrace, because I feel that on the other side of this problem is a better space for us. And that gets down to the crux of the issue. As I grew, I picked up some believers and some investors, people who believed in what I was doing, saw the big picture, and have come alongside and helped me grow. Obviously, this shop behind me, I could not afford on seat brackets and YouTube videos. I think we all know that, and that is the reality of where I am. With outside influences, investors, advisors, partners, whatever you want to call them, comes influence to change your direction or to tack in a different area or focus on revenue centers and profit centers. And yeah, that's what I've been dealing with. It's been good, but I'll be the first to admit that I kind of took my eye off the ball, and it's time to refocus. So while all these different opportunities and projects have presented themselves and they've been great, they have left me with tons of daily decisions to make on where to spend my time and my limited resources. And I feel I may have strayed from the path in certain areas. And so the next few months are going to be very interesting. I don't have a place lined up as of yet. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know where I'm moving. I don't know what I'm doing with all this stuff. And so I guess part of this video is just to catch everyone up on what's going on here, and to kind of fall back to my original ethos of full transparency, that I didn't accomplish this on my own. I have had outside help, and it's been a tremendous blessing. But, you know, the flip side is your future, your destiny is held by somebody else when they have financial investment in your success. So I'm untangling myself and refining back to what I think I do best, which is square bodies, fabrication, building cool stuff, and teaching and showing how I did it. I appreciate everyone who watches this video, everyone who's been a subscriber, whether you're brand new or you've been following me since 2014. I thank and appreciate you all. I ask for your patience with me as I figure out my new posting schedule and address some of the challenges that I'm going to be facing here. But don't worry about me. This is just another part of the journey. This is another obstacle that needs to be surmounted, needs to be solved, needs to be worked around or worked through. And I'm embracing that. Off camera, I have some times where I throw wrenches and yell at stuff. But deep down inside, I feel that I still have a purpose and a path to follow, and it's going to continue to reveal itself. So, Cliff Notes version, life happens. It's not always pretty. But those of you at home who may be facing challenges similar to what I have, or maybe not, they may be completely dissimilar. Stop worrying about the future. The future will sort itself out, and affect the things that you can affect. And don't worry about the things that you have no control over. Easier said than done, I know, but that's kind of been my ethos and what I try and live by, and it's being put to the test right now. So thank you guys for listening to this diatribe. I appreciate, once again, everyone. Yeah, we'll be back shortly. Things may look a little bit different, but it's gonna be even better. Merricks Garage.